little fox.
Orange flames danced near the wolves. They backed away in terror.
I'm leaving the jungle!
Mowgli yelled.
I'm going to live in the village. The humans will be kind to me.
He stepped toward a pile of sticks.
Now I must pay a debt.
He grabbed a stick and lit it from the fire. Then he marched toward Shere Khan and held the stick close to the tiger's fur.
Remember this, Shere Khan,
Mowgli growled.
The next time I come to Council Rock, I will be carrying your hide!
He waved the burning stick even closer to the tiger.
And Akela goes free! You will not kill him!
The fire burned furiously at the end of the stick. Mowgli waved it right and left, and the frightened tiger ran off. Most of the wolves ran off too, howling as sparks landed on their fur. Akela and Bagheera hurried over to Mowgli. He was gasping in pain, and tears streamed down his face.
What's happening to me, Bagheera?
He said.
Why do I feel so strange?
You are feeling deep sorrow, little brother. That is why you are crying. Only humans shed tears like yours.
Mowgli sat and cried for a while. Finally, he got up.
I'm going back to the cave now. In the morning, I will say farewell to Mother and Father Wolf.
The next day, the young wolves howled miserably as Mowgli stood at the mouth of the cave.
You won't forget me, will you?
Mowgli said.
Never!
The one named Gray Brother promised.
Meet us at the bottom of the hill every once in a while. We can play with you there.
We will miss you, Mowgli,
Mother said softly.
I will meet you soon,
Mowgli promised. Then he left the cave and went down the hillside alone. Mowgli walked for hours along a rough road that ran down the valley. At last, the road opened into a wide plain. The plain was dotted with big rocks and trees. Herds of cattle and buffalo grazed all over the plain. In the distance, Mowgli could see a village. Several children were in charge of the animal herds. When they saw Mowgli, they shouted in fear and ran away. Hungry, Mowgli headed toward the village. When he reached the gate, a man came out. Mowgli opened his mouth and pointed down it to show that he was hungry. The man stared in shock and spun around. He ran away, shouting for the priest. Soon, a big, fat man dressed in white came to the gate. He had a colorful mark on his forehead. Behind him was a huge crowd. They all stared and pointed at Mowgli.
Humans have no manners,
Mowgli thought.
Only monkeys behave like this.
He frowned at the crowd.
There's nothing to be afraid of,
The priest said to the crowd. He pointed to Mowgli.
Look at these marks on the boy's arms and legs. They are wolf bites. He has probably run away from the jungle.
The poor child!
A few women said.
He is a handsome boy,
A woman said. Suddenly, one woman gasped.
Meswa! He looks like your boy! The one who was stolen by the tiger!
A woman with copper rings on her wrists and ankles stepped forward. She looked closely at Mowgli. "I'm not sure if he's my boy," she said at last. "But he does look like my son." The priest threw up his arms.
What the jungle has taken, the jungle has returned. Take the child home, Meswa.
Mowgli followed the woman into her hut. He felt nervous, but the woman seemed kind. Inside the hut was a bed. He also saw a large chest for storing grain and copper cooking pots. Hanging on the wall were images of gods and a tall glass. When Mowgli stepped in front of the glass, he gasped.
Another boy lives here!
He thought in surprise. He lifted an arm. So did the boy in the glass. Mowgli wiggled his fingers. Again, the boy did just what Mowgli was doing. The woman laughed. She pointed from Mowgli to the mirror.
Oh!
Finally, Mowgli understood.
That's me in the glass!
The woman gave him some milk and bread. Then she lay her hand on his head. "Nathu, do you remember the shoes I gave you?" Mowgli shook his head, unable to understand. The woman touched his foot. It felt as hard as an animal horn. "No," she said sadly. "These feet have never worn shoes. But you look like my Nathu, and you shall be my son." Mowgli had never been under a roof before. He climbed on a stool to touch the straw over his head. The hut had a door and a window, but he could also rip the roof straw if he felt trapped. That thought eased his mind. But something else was bothering him.
I must learn the humans' language,
He realized.
I cannot live with people if I don't understand their words.
So as soon as Meswa pronounced a word, Mowgli repeated it. Before dark, he had learned the names of many things in the hut. At bedtime, Meswa and her husband shut the door to the hut. Mowgli felt trapped. He quickly slipped through a window. "I must fetch him," Meswa said. Her husband stopped her.
Leave him alone.
He said,
The boy has never slept on a bed before. If he is indeed our son, he won't run away.
Mowgli stretched out in some long grass at the edge of the field. Before he could close his eyes, a soft gray nose poked him.
Gray brother!
Mowgli cried in delight. The wolf sniffed Mowgli.
Yuck!
He said,
This is a terrible reward for following you. You smell like wood smoke and cattle. Human smells.
Mowgli laughed.
Is everything okay?
Not exactly.
Gray Brother replied.
I have news about Shere Khan. He's gone off to hunt for a while, but the red flower burned him badly. He promises to hunt you down when he returns. He wants to lay your bones in the river.
He doesn't scare me.
Mowgli said.
I'm going to hunt him down one day. Even Mother Wolf says that's true.
Gray Brother looked worried.
Shere Khan is very dangerous, Mowgli. Be careful.
I'll be careful.
Mowgli yawned.
I'm so tired tonight. I learned many new things today. Please bring me more news soon.
His eyes closed for a moment.
You won't forget that you're a wolf, will you?
Gray Brother asked anxiously.
Never.
Mowgli promised.
I will always remember that I love you and our cave. But you must remember something, Gray Brother. The wolf pack cast me out.
The man pack could cast you out too.
Gray Brother said.
People are only people, Mowgli. Their talk is like the talk of frogs in a pond. It doesn't mean much.
Mowgli shrugged. His eyes closed again.
I will let you sleep.
Gray Brother said finally.
I'll come again in a few weeks. Look for me in the bamboo. It's at the edge of the people's fields.
Okay.
Mowgli whispered.
Good night.